I did not. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. It's High Noon in the Desert, and welcome to Lunch with Punch. Kickoff tonight on Amazon in 5 hours and 15 minutes, and by then, our sports book right behind me at the South Point Hotel will be jumping. Bucks and Falcons. I've already seen some jerseys floating around the South Point here, so it should be a good atmosphere to come down and watch the game. The show is called Punchlines. It's a fun mix of sports, comedy, conversation, and gambling advice. I'm Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan, and we will have a better day than this guy after the Orioles got bounced by the Tigers and for the second year in a row, outmanaged. This guy's a little worked up. Nice Baltimore accent. Here we go.
Here we go.
Brandon Hyde is trash.
Brandon Hyde is trash.
He got bent over by Bruce Bochy last year, and now he's getting bent over again. Who the takes Zach Eflin? Hey, yo. Who the hits it? He got bent over again. And I'm tired of it.
Zach Eflin.
I'm putting my sweat tears in this shit.
That I don't know. I can't understand a word he said right there. I'm not sure. But let's just know he's very upset. What was that? Was that Sean?
I put my sweat and tears in this shit.
Oh, I put my sweat.
Yeah. Just as every fan does.
He's passionate. Yeah. His team got swept at home in front of him on a year. We thought they'd go much farther. I thought they would. Anyway, who am I talking with? Behind the glass, he makes me happy. Like seeing the Houston Astros eliminated from the MLB playoffs. It's our producer, Ryan McCormick. Ryan, the garbage cans have fallen silent in Texas, but our show today is filled with honest fun. What's on the rundown?
Yeah. Well, we've got two special guests today,
Two.
So that'll be fun. And then we've got, obviously, other fun stuff talking about Major League Baseball, NFL, college football. You're just going to have to stay tuned and see what we got.
Yes, it's very exciting. On the show, I'm going to tell you a little bit about both of our guests today. The first guy I met back in 1998 when my friend Frank Murgy, who will be on the show next week, we're on a sports trivia game show representing the city of Pittsburgh. He was the host of Ultimate Fan League. Very funny comedian, as well as host of BattleBots Live here in Vegas. Bil Dwyer will be here, so we're very excited about Bill, who I bumped into a dog park about a month ago, right after I had been given his number by either Aaron O'Connor or Kathleen Dunbar. It was pretty wild. And he's shaven since, so it'll be good to see him live on the show. Also on the show, the return of one of the nation's top handicappers, one of our favorites. We've done many podcasts together, but we've never met face-to-face. We've done many potty. What did I say? He is from Pittsburgh. There's a story I can't tell. I've never met the guy, is my point. We did a podcast during COVID that we were regulars on, and I've never met him to this day, and he lived in L.A. when I was there. He was right across town. We never got together. Big Al McMorty will be here, and I'm going to tell you right now, Ryan, I know we don't have the exact numbers. I would say Big Al on this show is batting about 80% on picks he's given.
All right, yeah.
He's a big NBA guy, does basketball a lot, but I told him, can you do Thursday? He goes, I'm going to do extra work. The guy is a professional, so he'll have a pick for us. I don't know if it's tonight or if it's on college football or pro football, but Big Al. So we get two guests, as we often do. On Thursdays, we like to have guests when we don't have one of our regular co-hosts. Comedy clip of the day. Now, Ryan sent me this one last night. I missed it the first time. Watched it today because what I did was the reason I missed it is I had sent you a picture of my amazing gig I was doing last night at a bar here in Vegas. I was at Rollin' Rick's Barbecue in the same parking lot as the pawn shop where they do Pawn Stars. And I think Rick's the owner, so it's like his barbecue joint. So you get there and you got to go upstairs, and it's a free show, which we can talk to Bil Dwyer about. You love when an audience doesn't pay to get in. So yeah, because that means they respect the comedy so much. And it actually turned out to be a fun show, but the best macaroni and cheese I've ever had. But I took a picture for Ryan to show him what I was going to be doing, show him the packed house of 50 plus people. By the way, the fire marshal had 49 was the limit, way more than that. But you know, I draw. Anyway, we have a comedy clip, and this is, for me, I'm a Dodger fan. Right? I'm a Pirates fan. We know this. Lived in L.A. First games I ever saw were Dodger games. So I do like the Dodgers, but I have been on the San Diego Padre wagon, especially the second half. So people in San Diego have the rep of being laid back, but Padre fans are now among the rowdiest in baseball for sure. So dress accordingly. And this clip Ryan sent last night, this guy looked like he was making a bad move.
Yeah.
But it is a funny clip.
So wearing a Clayton Kershaw jersey.
A player you hated, but
and rips it off and to a Padres Little League uniform.
It is a little. It's pretty tight on him. He might not want to have a hot dog.
No name on the back, yeah.
Funny. And by the way, the atmosphere is very Philly-like all of a sudden.
Well, that was my favorite part of the clip, is you see like sections over, people at the top of the row, like, yeah! Once he took off the uniform, it was like, why are you paying attention?
How he got the
even further from the field of play.
There's a game down there. I, again, yesterday picked the Padres. Oh, I'm a genius. Take the chalk with the home team against the Braves, who were tired and flew across the country. Sean, I believe yesterday, tried to talk me in, oh, do you want the run line? And I thought about it, and I'm like, no, money line. Thank God. So, by the way, I didn't bet the game, but it was very good. Okay, so Big Al, we got Bill and Al, and it's time for Lines of the Night, right? Oh, no, roll call. Sorry. God darn it. All right, it's time for roll call, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who's in the chat room, see which punchies are in. Who do we have in there, Ryan?
Nick Sansone says his favorite Buccaneers were John Lynch and Joe Jurevicius.
Oh, Joe Jurevicius, wide receiver out of Penn State.
And then his favorite Falcon was Primetime. Keith goes with Mike Allstott for the Bucks and Billy White Shoes Johnson for the Falcons.
Billy, who said Billy White Shoes?
Keith.
Keith, that's a good one. Billy White Shoes Johnson. I think his nickname gives it away, but he wore white shoes when everyone else wore black shoes. But he was the first, and we'll even ask Bil Dwyer when he comes on soon. He was the first guy to really have an end zone celebration. He would go in and he would do the legs. He would make his legs go like this. Yeah, there you go.
No one could see your legs.
I know. Well, here. All right, people want to see the. I'm doing like a frog. I'm doing this. Anyway, he was the first guy to really celebrate. Plus, he wore like black horn rimmed glasses under his helmet. So he was quite a character. Man. Because the question of the day was, who's your favorite all-time Buccaneer? Who's your favorite all-time Falcon? Buccaneers, I went Leroy Selman. I went old school. And then for Falcons, I went Steve Bartkowski, Alfred Jenkins, and William Andrews because I liked the Falcons a lot in the early 80s. So anyway, thank you, Punchies, for being here. My screen's gone a little dark because my computer needs charge. Ashley McCormick, your mom's in there. Steve Young.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite Buck.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was not used properly there.
Yeah.
San Francisco stole him away, and guess what happened? He won a Super Bowl. Mike Allstott was actually on the cover of Madden. Do you remember Mike Allstott? You might be a little young, but he wore like the shoulder pads like a linebacker.
Yeah, he was one of the people I said were my favorite Bucks.
I remember he literally would have like 9 rushes, 12 yards, 3 touchdowns. So he was good. And primetime, I figured someone would include primetime. You got to give it up to Dion. He was very good. All right, thank you, Punchies, for watching. If you're new to the show and you're watching, all you have to do is click subscribe. And then after 5 minutes, you can jump in on the Punchlines chat room here. So we appreciate it. Who else is there? Oh, wait, is B-Town Dummy in there? Tampa Bay versus Atlanta is the Dr. Odyssey of football. It's the only thing on, so I'll watch it. But I'm sure it will be dumb as we all thought it would be. So Christian, who watches the show, of course, my best friend in L.A., he watched Dr. Odyssey. I'm guessing he was probably drinking, and he gave me a play-by-play of the entire episode. It's that new show with Joshua Jackson. It's basically Love Boat, but like something tragic happened. So no one. I don't know if that's a big hit on ABC. All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to Lines of the Night. Here we go with the black and gold graphic. There we go. Lines intertwining. Ryan, what do you have as your line of the night? Something that caught your eye last night?
So I will go to Milwaukee. One of the youngest players in baseball is Jackson Churio. He led the game off with a home run for the Brewers, the bottom of the first inning, but first at bat for the Brewers. Led the game with a homer, became the 5th youngest player in Major League Baseball history to lead off a postseason game with a home run. Andrew Jones ended up doing it in 96. Andrew Jones is also the youngest player to have multiple home runs in a playoff game, which Jackson Churio later added to in the 8th inning with his second home run of the game. But Churio, his second home run was his second home run to tie the game last night. He joins Babe Ruth as the only players in Major League Baseball history to hit 2 game-tying home runs in a postseason game.
Look, first of all, going back to Andrew Jones, I remember that game, him with the Braves. Andrew Jones could have been 2 or 3 years older. We don't know. We don't know about how birth certificates work, but he was dominating. This guy should be in the Hall of Fame. Denny Nagel, who's here all the time, says just for his defense alone, and he had 400 home runs. I don't understand why Andrew Jones isn't getting the love. He should be in the Hall of Fame. That's an amazing stat.
Yeah.
Jackson Churio will finish 3rd in the Rookie of the Year, correct?
Probably right around there. 3rd,
2nd,
4th. Paul Skeens.
No, Skeens is now the favorite again.
Great.
I want my $300. I got a futures on Paul Skeens. Jackson Merrill. The voting stops. So the postseason stuff.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know. All right, so I'm going to Detroit. We talked about this. We're glad the Astros are out. Maybe, a lot of us are. I don't know if everybody is, but here's a list of Detroit's highest paid players for the season. Javi Baez, your favorite Chicago Cub, Ryan, making $25 million, season-ending injury. Maeda, $14 million, left off the playoff roster. Flaherty traded to the Dodgers. It is Flaherty, right? Miguel Cabrera, $8 million, retired. Mark, how do you say his last name? I always get it wrong.
Canna.
He's with the Mets now. Is he back with the Mets, or I forget where he went? Arizona. Anyway, he was traded. Shelby Miller released. Traded. So who are they doing it with? They have like isn't it $18.8 million?
Yeah. So
is their postseason roster.
Their postseason roster was $18.8 million, and Alex had sent us a post that it's really circulated all over social media.
Yeah.
Josh Hader,
19,
the closer for the Astros, the team that the Tigers just defeated, was paid $19 million, and the Tigers' entire postseason roster was less than that. But also, 62 players in Major League Baseball this season made more than $18.8 million. And then we also have a second just addition to your line of the night.
Right.
The combined payroll of the Guardians, Royals, and Tigers.
All three AL
Central teams. $168.7 million.
Wow.
The other team remaining in the AL postseason race, the New York Yankees, $260 million payroll.
Yep.
Almost $90 million more dollars for one team compared to three combined.
And you got Jose Ramirez there. This is going to be the Royals. We're going to talk about. We have a couple punch bowls. We'll bring in with Bill. We'll talk about a lot of sports. I'm rooting for the Royals and Tigers. I'll root for the Guardians. And it's the first time I didn't say their old name. It's the first time I've cleanly said Cleveland Guardians, but I am grandfathered in. All right, let's take a look. That's enough for lines. Let's take a look at today's date. It is October 3rd, 2024. There's a lot of national days. Bill, we take a lot of the national days, we bring them up, but we do something special with them. It's October 3rd. I'm going to read the list of all the national days. One of them is fake. Crew, you have to tell me.
Okay.
Get ready. You got it yesterday, Ryan, on the first time we did this. National No Sugar Day, National Poetry Day, National Substitute Teacher Day, Buy British Day, Mean Girls Day, National Boyfriend Day, Virus Appreciation Day, and National Techies Day. Which one do you think is not a real day? They're all silly, but...
Well, I locked in my answer.
You've well, Anne's already locked. Well, Anne, what do you have?
I'll let Ryan go.
All right, Ryan.
I do know that it is Mean Girls Day.
Right.
Because in the movie, she asks one of the characters asks the date, and she goes, "It's October 3rd," and so that's why October 3rd.
Okay. So they took it from the movie.
Yeah, it would have been better yesterday because it was a Wednesday,
Credit
and on
Tina
Wednesdays. All right, we're not getting into Mean Girls.
I don't remember the movie that well. I do like it though. Which one's fake?
I don't know. I don't remember all the options. I'll just go with the tech one, the last one.
National Techies Day is a real one. Anne?
Well, Mean Girls was Mean Girls was my answer, but then I unlocked my answer.
Okay, unlocked.
And then I Virus Day?
No, and Ryan had said, what is National Virus Day?
Why would that be an appreciation day?
The definition was not all viruses are bad, so some viruses are good. Anyway, the fake one, National Substitute Teacher Day. That was a good curveball, I thought, because everyone would buy that, right? And you don't want to downplay teachers' importance. So anyway, we put them all in the AI machine. Combine them with celebrity birthdays. Texans C.J. Stroud, quarterback, is 23, and Gwen Stefani turns 55. So we put them in the machine. We combine them all. Here's what we got.
AI is...
What?
AI.
Oh, and it's also, it's
October, so Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Breast Cancer Awareness,
so
that's what...
Football, yeah, we used to wear pink.
Okay, so it's a girlfriend day or whatever?
No, I think that's supposed to be Gwen Stefani.
That's Gwen Stefani walking with a virus, holding hands.
Yeah, and then the AI clearly does not know who CJ Stroud is because it looks like it's trying to be the number 13. Stroud wears 12. But underneath the almost NFL logo, it says Stroy. So it's like they tried to spell Stroud and put a Y instead of a D.
Don't worry about AI taking over the world. You can see the imperfections. And it's National Boyfriend Day, so I think Gwen Stefani's dating a virus. I mean, Blake Shelton doesn't get around with them on the road. He's okay, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and before we bring on our first guest, 100 shows ago.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
We do have an extra.
Oh, we have an extra?
In addition to today's dates, because it is Fat Bear Week, according to...
Oh, we talked about... Did we not do this last year?
No.
Maybe?
No. So it's in addition
to. What do we got about fat bears?
It's just genuinely Fat Bear Week.
Yeah.
Tweeted by the National Park Service.
And they encourage people to send pictures of fat bears.
Bear Week, yeah.
And then they send pictures of Refrigerator Perry. Boom!
It's called In Addition to AI.
Oh, I see.
Oh, do we have? Oh, we have it. The wait is over. By the way, Smokey the Bear, for his age, has really kept off the weight. He looks pretty good. What's that? Oh, it is just Smokey Bear. Yep. That's one of those, what's it called? Mandela effect things that you imagine something as a child. Smokey Bear.
Yeah.
I swear when I was a kid it was Smokey the Bear, but Bil Dwyer pointed to Ryan agreeing with him. All right, Fat Bear Week, I love it. All right. So 100 episodes ago, ladies and gentlemen, it was an epic day here on episode 153. It's where we created our viral clip of me breaking a screen in the studio with a golf club. You want to talk golf, we're going to bring a guy in wearing a shirt that says make par. But anyway, 100 episodes ago, Matt never did the play-by-play. Ryan and Ann screamed, I broke a monitor with a putter.
Nicotero from 145 out, hitting out of the sand. 2 shots behind the leader. And he breaks the desk.
He broke the monitor. He broke
Exactly how we drew it up.
Oh, you're making it worse.
Quick.
Oh my God. Frank is having the week of his life. Oh my God.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Who was that joker swinging the club?
Are we sure he was 2 back of the leader?
Well, he's more than that now. That's at least a stroke penalty.
I was just going to do a half, like a swing. I had to make it look real.
Why did you have a wedge and not the putter?
Oh, my God. The putter.
Oh, man.
Hey, Drew, you have your first clip for next week.
That's an easy one.
Or it would have been funny, if you left the cover on one of the clubs.
Sometimes
I can run to Target right now. There's a ton of TVs downstairs.
Wow.
Jerry, sorry.
Wow. Wow. Well, it looks like we're getting our new desk.
Hey guys, you're welcome.
It was all part of the plan.
Sports by the book, you're welcome. Race Day Las Vegas, you're welcome. Gone Racing, you're welcome.
Oh, man.
PGA Special, you're welcome. Please tell me Chris Sanders isn't watching.
He texted in the group chat.
Just now?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
Oh, Frank.
That comes out of his paycheck.
Oh, it's been fun working with you, buddy.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 252.
Oh, there I am.
There's Bill Dwyer. Ryan, you're wearing your same jersey?
Yeah. I miss you, Khalil.
Who is it again?
Khalil Mack.
Oh, Khalil Mack. Oh, wow. You're still bitter about that trade, aren't you?
Not bitter.
Because he was great there. He was good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I met this guy 26 years ago when I was a contestant on a game show.
Holy cow.
And it was a lot of fun. We have a clip we'll show in a minute. But anyway,
Runner-up.
comedian Bil Dwyer. We were like third. Chicago. We weren't going to beat the Chicago team.
I believe you were the runners-up. When I posted this, the winner, Mike Schmidt, a friend of mine.
Oh, did he? Yeah, Mike Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt said, say hello to the runner-up.
Mike Schmidt was representing the Chicago team. Let's just set this up. Ultimate Fan League was on Fox Sports in 1998, I believe.
Yeah, a comedy, sports,
So much
trivia,
fun.
funny show.
So much fun. What was the co-host's name?
Paul Kozlowski.
Paul Kozlowski and the girls, Nicole Miller?
Amy Miller.
Amy Miller.
Who played some evil woman in the Power Rangers TV series.
That's right.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So it was star-studded, baby.
Star-studded.
It was star-studded.
And it was 20 teams representing a town, and me and Frank represented Pittsburgh. And we lost in the set. We were in the Final Four, and we lost. So,
is that right? I thought you were the final.
No, we didn't lose to Chicago. No one was going to beat Mike Schmidt and Chicago. They were ridiculous. Like, I know sports, we know trivia, but he was on another level, which you being a Chicago guy were probably secretly rooting for.
Yeah, I was. He was also the biggest guy at that point, too. He was
huge.
enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Schmidt's lost some weight since then, but yeah.
But I won a Big Bertha driver, which I still have. That's the only thing I think I still have.
You got to get a new driver.
An entertainment center the size of this entire wall.
Did you really?
A foldable picnic table, which I think I do still have.
No, so that's probably great.
That was good. And then a trip to Portugal, which I never took.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why did you not take a trip
Because there were
to Portugal?
I was going to take my mom to Portugal. There were
They're
times.
the most polite people in the world, Frank.
I missed out on the trip.
Portuguese.
I've never been and I never went, but because the time I had to travel, I ended up getting the job on Street Smart, so I couldn't go.
Yeah, that's right.
So I couldn't do it, but I missed the trip. I think I paid the taxes on it, but it was a fun show, and you made it so much fun. It was why they brought it back a second season.
They brought back a different show. They didn't call it Ultimate Fan League with my buddy Matt Vasgersian.
Oh, Vasgersian, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you only did season 1.
There was only one season.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I thought someone came in.
We were fighting though for a second season.
It was such a good show.
It was good. Yeah.
We have a clip, right?
I hope we do.
We have a clip. Well, it's tricky because YouTube has them all on there, so we got to be careful what we're allowed to show. So what do we have? It's just like a
I hope it's you.
I think it's me, and we'll explain after the clip. We'll talk. We'll get to know Bill even more so. So here's a clip from Ultimate Fan League. Here we go. There's Bill. Can we crank it up just a little, please, Sean?
For each time he was voted National League MVP.
Is this a Pete Rose question?
This year's Super Bowl, how
Timely.
much money would he have on the line? Pittsburgh. Good, Frank.
3.
$32. You guys are not good with math.
We saw this one.
I told him that.
We're fighting.
Wait, you didn't understand the question.
I did not.
300 strikeouts in a major league season. Nolan Ryan, Sandy Koufax.
J.R. Richard?
Mike Scott, Kurt Schilling. J.R. Richards.
J.R. Richards.
Bob Feller.
Look at Evil Frank doing nothing.
Mike Scott. Hey, you got 7. Well done. Yeah. Football.
Oh, yeah, to throw a ball, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yancey Thigpen, a former Steeler.
New city this year, but so are the rest of his teammates. In what city do the Oilers?
I'm always like Nashville or Memphis. I always get him confused.
Nice, Frank. Nashville. Nashville is correct, yes. One Miami Hurricane and Dolphin receiver apparently enjoyed missing last year with a knee injury so much that he promptly.
Who is Michael? No, I don't even know who this is.
Again this year. Malicious Frank.
Yatil Green.
That's right.
Oh my God!
That was 98
98
with the Miami Hurricane. So you knew. At least that's one answer Frank, the other Frank gave.
Yeah. So we had a buzzer, we could confer, and the funny thing I was explaining a little on the show yesterday is we were both named Frank, so when you had to go to a team, the writers came up with a lot, and you just kind of ripped a lot. It was Angelic Frank, Evil Frank.
But I actually did that.
You did those? Okay, they were brilliant.
Yeah, Angel Frank, Good Frank, Bad Frank.
Eye Black Frank, Little Frank. It was a lot of fun. So talking about that, let's move on to what you're doing now. You're here in Vegas as well now.
Well, I host BattleBots Destructathon, a live show right here in Vegas, and it is a nightly show.
Okay.
Well, actually, probably 5 nights a week. We don't do it 7 nights a week, but it's BattleBots live, not for TV at all, and you see 5 great fights with 10 heavyweight robots, and it's spectacular. You know, it's so much fun.
And you're in that studio behind the old Bally's, which is now the Horseshoe.
Yeah.
And that's where I worked on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire over there with Chris Harris, and I did the warm-up over there. So it's a nice little studio. You got your little...
It's gigantic.
It's bigger than you'd think.
Right.
Yeah.
I did warm-up there the last time BattleBots did it live.
Yeah.
Did the TV show, and I was running around the whole battle box. It was awful, man. It was great. But yeah,
The Millionaire stage was very small and circular,
right.
so I didn't get many steps.
Yeah, and you had people. Yeah, this is 360 degrees running around.
So we
throwing T-shirts.
Oh yeah, and the candy. So we bumped into each other at the dog park.
That's right.
Which is unbelievable. And you've been here how long now in Vegas? So
about 18 months.
Okay, yeah. I'm just coming up on a year. I'm learning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we started.
And you got this sweet. What is this, TV?
We call it TV. I don't even know if TV exists anymore.
I know, but right here in the South Point, a studio, yeah.
Pretty
Have
cool.
Have you ever eaten at the Silverado, the steakhouse?
Many, many times.
Fantastic.
And that's where Ann and I first met. And our director over here, we met with Chris Andrews, who hired me.
Who's the guy in the middle?
That's Vincent.
Yeah.
And that's Ryan, our producer.
Right.
Vincent's new. He just came aboard helping on the show.
Oh.
His dad works here too. And
well, he better check that attitude. I'll tell you that right now.
He's the smiliest guy.
He's not going to be here much longer. He keeps up that attitude. I'll tell you that, mister. Now.
So as you can see, Ryan's wearing a Chicago jersey. He is a big Chicago sports fan. He roots for the Bears. How do you feel about your Bears so far? And tell us about the bet you made here at the South Point.
Well, a bet that I tried to make because I don't understand.
Yeah, maybe Ryan will clarify.
I understand some betting, but I felt so confident about about the Bears against Carolina this week.
Okay.
And the line is -3.5. I said, I used the word tease because I've heard that word. I said, can I tease that up to -7.5? What kind of money am I going to get on that?
Right.
And she goes, well, if you tease it up, then you got to tease it down somewhere else.
Another game,
and
right.
I'm like, wait, okay, I've heard that. I've heard of people doing that.
So you're
people
not a big
know more
sports
than me.
gambler.
Well, I'm just a confident guy in the Bears is what I am.
All right.
I assume they're going to win by 8 points or more. But she wouldn't let me do that because I had to bring it down. But I have done that.
You said you went over got an alternate
last
line?
season,
Yeah.
I bet on somebody. I bumped the Bears up to -10.5. That's how confident I felt. They won by 11.
Oh
I
my
couldn't
God.
tell you what game that is exactly.
Right. So there are alternate lines that he can wager, right?
You can bet alternate lines.
She told me to go. She told me to shove it up my
Well,
stupid ass.
I think what threw her off
She
is
did.
that
It
is
was
the
not-
teaser
No, she
dialogue.
didn't.
Teasers are a parlay, so you have
Right.
to do at least 2 teaser legs in order for a full teaser. But yeah, you can do alternate lines to where you get
right.
3
So
or
I
6
should have said alternate
more-
lines.
Yeah.
Once I said tease,
Right.
that's all. I was teasing her with the word tease. So I don't. Okay. So it's language.
It's language.
Like in
It's
life,
lingo.
it's all about language.
It's lingo. So I was mentioning as you were sitting over there.
Was that your game too?
Which one?
Lingo. That was
Oh,
Chuck
not lingo.
Woolery.
No.
I did lingo with Chuck Woolery.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember that.
I also did Scrabble with Chuck Woolery as a contestant. And me and Chuck did not see eye to eye. That was a couple of alphas.
What happened to Chuck Woolery? What happened with Chuck?
Well, I was on Scrabble.
Okay.
Right?
I
And
play
won.
Scrabble, love
And I
Scrabble.
won the first. You were on it?
No, I love Scrabble. I play Scrabble all the time.
But it was a game show on TV.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah. So Chuck Woolery hosted, who I now think is fantastic. Well,
Right.
now he's he's kind of an idiot, I think. But anyway, back then it was Chuck Woolery. I mean, he was the original host of Wheel of Fortune.
I remember him. Yes, I do remember that.
When you bought things
Before Pat. Yeah, when you went shopping.
Yeah.
It was like for $800, I'll take the cheetah, the stuffed cheetah for $800, and put the rest on a gift account or whatever. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Every comic at that time had a joke about shopping at Wheel of Fortune, and they were all the same. The lamp is $18,000. All right, I guess I'll take that. You want the rest on credit
Or a
You want
gift
card, or
certificate.
you want it on-
Yeah, it was the dumbest thing. Now they just give cash, which is what people want.
So, Chuck Woolery, I win the first part of Scrabble, right?
Okay.
I come roaring back. I'm down 2-0. I get the last 3 words, right? Because this is going to be my money for the year. I'm going to win $20,000. I'm 23 at the time. $20,000 at that point, whatever
It's
it was.
$1 million.
86, 87. I'm going to do, all right? It's going to be a party. It's going to be a great year for Bil Dwyer. I'm great at Scrabble. So we go to the lightning round. You got to take on the champ, right?
Okay.
So we come out, right? Because it's a game show where it's not every day. It moves along, like you stay out there for days if you're good.
If you're
right?
good, right? Yeah. Okay.
So
you're the champ. Yeah.
The first show ends, and we got to bring me out on the next day. So I change my outfit. I come out with Chuck, and Chuck stands in the middle between 2 podiums, right?
Okay.
And I've got my hand on my podiums like this, and Chuck goes, Bill, that's my spot. He points to where my hand is, and he goes, you can put your hand anywhere else, but that's my spot. And I was like, oh, is it going to be like that, Woolery? I'll show you with the greatest lightning round ever, you piece of You can shove it up your own fat ass, Woolery. And I absolutely eat it in the lightning round.
No.
Yeah. All I remember, one of the words is, he's a cabinet maker. And, an R pops up. It's president.
Oh, cabinet maker.
And I'm just R-S-I-D-E-P-R. President. Okay, well, that took 18 seconds. You've got 3 seconds to get the next 4 words.
Didn't
Get
happen.
so angry thinking about it.
20 grand slipped through your fingers. Oh, my God. Now, Kevin Belenkoff is a game show producer a long time ago. Worked at GSN. So he saw you were on the show. Kevin, we have on the show, gives picks a lot. He said Dodgeball was ahead of its time, and you were fantastic
Really was,
on Dodgeball.
yeah. We did 3 seasons of Extreme Dodgeball.
I remember that now, yeah, when he
Oh my
brought it
God,
up.
that show is crazy madness.
Is that on YouTube, or can we find those?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
because the first season it was all theme teams.
Right.
And we had jockeys. One of the teams was jockeys.
For dodgeball.
I don't know if you've ever seen jockeys in real life. They're not big. They're strong. Oh, they're strong. So strong. It's crazy how strong they are.
But for dodgeball?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Again, you can be strong, but you might not have a great arm. And also, they're like 3-4 feet tall.
Well,
something
isn't
like
that
that, right?
advantageous to avoid the ball?
Yeah, but there was also like some sort of a buzzer that you have to block, and they were never going to do that.
But anyway, dodgeball. We'll have to look up stream dodgeball.
And then the last season, Rip Torn was the dodgeball commissioner.
Oh, because he had done the movie Dodgeball.
Yeah, because
he's a salty guy, I hear.
Yeah, he's salty and saucy. He likes the sauce.
He did, yeah.
I think I can say that about him now that he's dead.
Rest in peace, Rip Torn. I'm watching Larry Sanders right now, so this is hysterical.
And so great.
It.
Well, interestingly, we're doing a piece on dodgeball. And I'm interviewing the dodgeball commissioner, and I've got my IFB in, right? And Rip doesn't have anything. So the director tells me, he goes, "Hey, would you tell Rip to speak up a little bit because they're having a hard time hearing him?" And I go, could you speak up a little bit? And he goes, "Don't tell me how to act. When I was on the Larry Sanders show, Jeffrey Tambor would try and tell me what to do, and I would tell him. I almost punched him in the face. And I'm like, I don't know. It's not me.
Just relay.
I'm crying. I'm like, it's in my throat.
Oh my God.
It's back there.
Rip Torn.
Man.
Academy Award nominated actor. All right, Bill, I'm going to bring something out here before we do picks at 12:36. You might have a pick. It might be the Bears already, but we're going to do, this is the punch bowl.
All right, I got my cards here.
You got
right?
some parlay cards. By the way, thank you, Sean, for fanning these out so pretty. Come down to the South Point. Parlay cards are out. Ryan always likes to show them too. We got reverse teasers.
You play the parlay. You got to win 2 before you play 3. That's all. You got to win the 2.
He's learning, ladies and gentlemen.
You got to win the 2.
All right, so here we go.
Don't
Punch
jump
bowl
right to the
pundits.
3.
Why don't we'll do a speed run. So I want you to grab something out of here.
Okay, one piece, just one thing.
One for now.
All right.
And we'll start with it. Unfold it. Let me know what it says.
All right.
Here we go.
I'm a good reader too.
All right. Well, I've seen you do it.
Tonight's game, you are the GM of an NFL team. Who would you rather have as the QB? Kirk Cousins or Baker Mayfield? Please buzz in.
Buzz in. All right, it's up to you. Who would you rather have? They're both playing tonight. The game, what is the line on the game currently?
It was 2.5.
2.5? All right, 2.5. Atlanta's favored by 2.5. Right? Yeah. Okay.
You know what? And where are they playing? Are they playing in Tampa Bay?
In Atlanta.
It's in Atlanta.
So humid there in Tampa Bay.
Well, it's
you
a
ever
dome.
been there?
It's a dome.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, Tampa Bay isn't a dome.
It's in Atlanta.
It's in Atlanta, which is a dome.
It's in Atlanta.
Tampa
The Mercedes
is not
dome.
a
It gets so humid there too. Oh, it'll snow down in Atlanta. It'll fool you.
It's snowing.
It's
Atlanta.
snowing.
I'll take Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
I'll take the plucky Baker Mayfield.
Ryan?
I would as well.
I think so. But Kirk Cousins.
Younger, feistier.
Coming off that injury. Yeah.
Baker
So
Mayfield.
what's Ryan? What was he? Is he just agreeing with me, or was he going to fight me if I said Kirk Cousins? What's going on?
He agreed with you.
Yeah.
But what if I said Kirk Cousins?
I still would have
Is
said
he
Baker
going to come
Mayfield.
through the plexiglass?
I guess we'll never know.
We'll never know. Don't worry. We have a Chicago-themed question out of the punch bowl now. What's a better food to watch a game with, Chicago deep dish or Chicago hot dog?
Neither.
Okay, we got a deep dish from Ann.
Tavern.
I love Chicago hot dogs, but I think pizza.
Yeah?
Well, I don't like the deep dish, so I'm a tavern style guy. I
talked about this.
I like
It's
a
too
thinner
much-
crust with and the sauce at Rosangelo's in
Okay.
Evergreen Park.
Okay.
It's the best sauce ever.
You? Ryan?
I'm right. Tavern style.
Yeah. Tavern's like a normal pizza.
Yeah, it's a normal pizza,
Not
but
quite.
it's cut up into a lot of different sizes. It's all
okay.
small
Yeah, you got
pieces.
little square pieces.
I like
Because you're
Sicilian
supposed to
cut.
eat
It's
it
a
at the
thin
bar. You're supposed to eat it
yeah.
at the tavern.
Yeah, I don't like the deep dish. It's too messy.
Yeah.
Too messy.
I think it's
All right,
fine,
Bill.
but
And you eat
not-
it with a fork, too. You got to eat it with a
No.
fork.
Yeah.
That's not
I
pizza.
think deep dish
Pick
is
it
fine.
up.
It's just not a game
It's
food.
not pizza. It's not a game food.
Yeah.
That
Good
means
point.
you got to hope that your host has forks available to you.
It's true.
You know?
Sometimes-
And you remember back in the day,
No silverware.
I remember when I first moved to LA, I had a bowl. And then me and my roommates split it. We shared it.
We had sporks from KFC because when we wash them and stuff, we'd keep because they were spoons and forks.
Yeah. Oh, I know. They didn't do that with any other
No.
utensil.
Just the spork.
Yeah.
Bill, how do you feel
The
about
Swiss, though? They made a knife. They said, you know what? We're going to take the spork and break. Let's blow it up. Let's do it all. You're crazy. No, you're crazy. That was my Swiss accent.
I like it. Bill, how do you feel about Caleb Williams as the Bears quarterback? And would you rather have Justin Fields back?
I wouldn't have minded if they had kept Fields.
Okay, it's Brian. I think is also going to be on board with that.
I think it was all about, now that Fields has said it's all about the coaching, I think, anyway, yeah, I'd rather have Caleb Williams right now.
Okay, Ryan, this will be interesting to hear what Ryan.
No, I just think we are seeing that it's not a quarterback issue.
It's the system.
It is a coaching issue and organizational issue, being that it's been several coaching cycles now that it's the same problem over and over and over again. So
amazing.
It's organizational failure.
How's that offense so awful?
Shane Waldron, is that your guy?
Yeah. Who's Shane Waldron? Anyway, they hire these, you get rid of everybody, and I know they talked to Harbaugh, but I think he wanted everything. That's what I heard. Yeah. He wanted to be GM. He wanted everything.
Pretty close to complete control.
Look at Dwyer waving around his paper like he's the king.
Here's another one for you. And we're gonna.
This is it.
We'll speed round a couple. I have a couple. We'll speed round.
Okay.
We'll speed round.
It's such a big bowl for.
I got it at
4
Savers.
pieces of paper. It's nice though. It really is.
Savers, $6.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not Didi's?
I don't know Didi's. What's that?
That's like
a lounge, isn't it?
No, that's like a bargain. No, you're thinking of Putters.
Oh. All right, so what do you got there?
No, you're thinking of Mr. G's. I think I should do a podcast where I go around to all these little casino places.
The small ones?
Like Mr. G's and Bogies, and you go there.
For us. Could be something for us here. We'll talk about them.
Yeah, all right. I could be your correspondent.
I love it.
You guys could have me. Let's go to the old angry guy. See what he thinks about Mr. G's. God damn it, the door's so heavy I could barely get in it. Oh, it's National Apple Month. Name the best apple.
All right, National Apple Month. I think you're probably a healthy guy. What do you eat? What's your favorite apple?
Honeycrisp.
Honeycrisp? I'm going. Oh, what a nod!
Everybody,
see, Vince is.
I know, right? And it's like a new thing. There was no Honeycrisp when I was a kid.
Can I be honest with you? I've never heard of it. I was gonna go red. I was gonna go a Jonathan. I liked a Jonathan apple.
Yeah.
Red Delicious or.
In your made-up world of Jonathan apples,
the old Granny Smith. There's Jonathan apples, wasn't there not?
Granny Smiths are green.
I like
right?
the green ones.
They're good for pie, right? I mean, that's what you use for apple pie.
What
Granny
is this
Smiths.
honeydew thing you speak of?
Honey crisp. It's crisp and it's sweet, delicious, right?
Not familiar with this apple.
Yeah.
Good texture.
Now I have to try this.
Yeah.
Ryan, favorite apple?
Do you know how many different types of apples there are?
I gotta
could
say,
name
there's
5.
at least 32.
You would be correct there. Yeah, you can actually multiply that by 10 or 100.
There's 320?
There's over 7,500 types of apples.
Why do you know this?
in
Did
the
you
planet.
just Google
I
this?
just looked it up.
Oh my God.
75. Well, we're all wrong then.
All right, let's finish the show naming them all. Crab apple. Granny Smith. What's wrong with the bumps? All right, let's move on from the apples.
Red Delicious.
Red Delicious.
That boy, I'll tell you, whoever named Red Delicious, they would just shove that in everyone else's face, didn't they?
All right, we normally do picks at 12:36. We went a little haywire here. Let's go.
Christ, it's 12:38.
I know. We like to stay punctual. We got Big Al on deck. So, and roll the graphic. Bill, this is our graphic for Punchline Picks at 12:36. As you see the money sign at the 36-minute mark. Punchline Picks at 12:36. There you go.
That is good.
That's pretty good.
It's, you know what? Jerry. Yeah, a good jingle. Yeah.
I sing it while I'm cooking sometimes.
It's underrated, you know?
Wait, hold on. It's number 42 on iTunes right now. And by the way, iTunes doesn't exist anymore. I say that every time I do that joke, and everyone corrects me. It's Apple Music. All right. Are you going with the Bears? That could be your pick if you want to go with the Bears.
What are we doing?
Just a pick. We like to
just a pick?
Gambling advice on a pick, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
here's the lines if you want to look.
The Bears minus 3.5. It's going to be the Bears are going to win that game by 8 or 11. So
now, I did a fun pick tonight. Do you have a pick? Okay, you have a pick. You want to go? Go for it.
So I will be going to the football game tonight.
Okay, good.
It is a receiving prop for a running back. I will be taking Bijan Robinson over 26.5 receiving yards. Ooh. I do think Kirk Cousins is going to be checking down a good portion tonight. He's averaging over 30 receiving yards a game, also averaging over almost 4 catches a game, so over 26.5 receiving yards for Bijan Robinson.
I like that a lot.
And he's good,
Christian,
too.
he's a good player.
Bijan.
Christian, that could be our pick of the night right there if you're watching B-Town Dummy. Hold on. Aaron O'Connor. Do you know Aaron O'Connor?
Yeah, Bob's wife.
Oh, that's who gave me your number. Aaron says Gala apples and Golden Delicious. Hard to find organic GD in Vegas. What's GD?
Golden Delicious.
Oh, Golden Delicious. She abbreviated. Sorry. Did you read with me?
That's a good apple. This is a goddamn apple. That's a good apple. God damn. That is an apple.
Aaron O'Connor. Bob Zaney has a favorite bowl that he's had since grammar school. Aaron chimed in with. I didn't realize.
A favorite bowl?
I guess, yeah.
All right.
All right. And Keith Lyle, local comedian as well. Bill's Pizza in Mundelein?
Mundelein, Indiana?
Is that where? It's in Indiana? I thought it was maybe a Chicago thing. He's a Chicago guy.
Is Mundelein in Illinois? Oh, yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah. I don't even know where Mundelein is, but I'm sure it's good. Listen, pizza is all about the crust and the sauce.
Yeah,
like
I'm a
cheese
sauce guy.
is normally the same.
The same.
Cheese,
sauce,
right?
For me, right.
Cheese and,
let's see. B-Town Dummy, Christian, who I think the Bijan pick is a good one from Ryan. Bill Dwyer is looking at those sports book sheets like it's a menu in Chinese.
It is crazy. Like the World Series exact outcome?
Yeah, that one is, we have that one here at the South Point. Chris has it out there. That's a crazy one to look at because we're only after the first round of the playoffs, for goodness sake.
Yeah, but I love, if you can get whatever, Tigers, get something.
They're playing, you got to ride the hot hand
Tigers,
coming into the playoffs, right?
Tigers defeat the Padres 100-1.
1984, that's an 84 World Series rematch right there.
Oh, that's right.
Remember when Detroit and Kirk Gibson?
When the Padres beat the Cubs.
In 84, yeah, that's right.
That's
Rick Sutcliffe here. I'm sorry I brought that up.
That was supposed to be the year. Rick Sutcliffe.
Who,
Andre Dawson. No. Andre Dawson?
Was he there yet?
No, it was.
Maybe after.
Who
Leon Durham was there.
Leon Durham.
Ryan, we had Sandberg. Maybe Sean Dunston. Was that before Sean Dunston?
That was Sandberg's 2020 year.
Yeah.
He didn't get to 20 triples.
But he was awesome.
But he had 20 doubles. He had 20 homers, 20 stolen bases.
He was unbelievable.
20 singles.
Aaron O'Connor is crying laughing. What else? Did I miss anything else in there, Ryan? Tavern style all night, Aaron O'Connor says. The Jockeys dodgeball team, Ryan says, was called the Stallion Battalion.
Oh, is that right?
So you looked at it?
Yeah.
Wow. And then there was the accountants, and then, And then the third season, we jumped the shark. We brought in celebrity captains.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it
Kerry Walsh. Mario Lopez. What doesn't that guy do? Mario, I just saw him in the casino. Cigarettes. He was selling yo-yos.
I got stories about Mario.
What doesn't Mario Lopez do?
Mario Lopez and Joel McHale somehow has the greatest agent in the world because he's on everything you watch.
Oh, yeah. Joel,
Jesus.
yeah.
Moving on. Yeah. All right, my pick of the night, I was going to go with a long shot here, Baker touchdown. Anytime Baker touchdown is plus $650. I can see them down near the 4, and he scrambles.
Oh, that's a great bet.
So, yeah, it's a long shot. I will probably do a couple weird props that I always do.
Where's that? I mean,
that one I pulled off of
here I am taking the Bears minus 3.5. How dull am I?
No, we got prop bets. That's good. You gave a game.
I want a prop bet. I want to when it's a Super Bowl time, I always play the prop bets. And always bet the over on the national anthem.
Yeah,
always.
It comes down to the second sometimes. The national anthem. I forget this past year. There was some. There were two.
I think it was
kids,
in under this.
There were two kids that were spying on the rehearsal. We showed the video, and they were listening in and timing it. So they put all their money, and I think they lost, didn't they? Yeah, so try to cheat, see what happens when you cheat.
Kids.
Yeah,
now, when you say, who are these kids? How old are these kids?
They were in their, probably Ryan's age, 24. By the way, Keith Lyle pointed out that Bill and I met 26 years ago. Ryan is 24 years old. By the way, he mentioned Ralph Benershka was the daytime version or the nighttime version of Wheel of Fortune. I was going to bring that up. Ralph
Benershka had a short
kicker
stint
for the Chargers, and you might remember.
Boy, that was You talk about your dark days of Wheel of Fortune when Rolf Benershka, man, people were literally tuning out.
All right.
I love this game, but I hate this kicker. By the way, Warren Sapp is the greatest Buccaneer.
Warren Sapp was great. Aaron O'Connor laughing at Christian. Mini Dar, I got Tigers Padres 89-1 and Padres over Tigers 80-1. South Point has better odds, I see. Thank you, Mini Dar. And last but not least, Keith Lyle points out Dawson and Dunston weren't on the Cubs in 84. That was Sandberg, misspelled Keith. Gary Matthews, the Sarge, Jody Davis, Larry Boa, and Ron Say.
Wow.
The Penguin.
Oh, they had the Penguin for a while,
Right.
yeah.
And I turned on the Penguin on Max thinking it was about Ron Say. And there's Colin Farrell in Gotham.
Well, he's certainly taken a turn, hasn't he?
Ron Say's let himself go.
Ron Say? What kind of a documentary is this?
Bill, you have a set of headphones under there by your thigh. We're going to bring in our special guest. This gentleman has been on the show. I'm going to say this is maybe his 4th or 5th appearance. He's originally from Pittsburgh. He lives in L.A. He's a big San Antonio Spurs fan. Ladies and gentlemen, the return of Big Al McMorty.
Yeah,
Big Al is
Big
in.
Al.
Big Al.
Hey guys.
What's happening, Big Al? We have some volume.
Well, I am a Honeycrisp apple fan.
Oh, he's Honeycrisp. He's Honeycrisp. I got it. Are these red apples, the Honeycrisp? I don't know.
They're reddish and yellow. There's some yellow in there,
Yeah.
Okay, so as you've been listening to the show, Big Al, I love it. We have comedian Bil Dwyer here.
Those are my least favorite.
Ryan, our producer. Wait, that's your least favorite?
Yeah.
I don't like honey at all, so I don't think I'm going to try one. I'm going to go to Walmart. That's where I shop now.
Yeah, don't go to Savers for your apples.
No, I'll get fresh produce. So, Big Al, what's happening? So you are a red. Wait, Honeycrisp? You like the Honeycrisp?
I like all apples. I mean, I'm a Red Delicious fan as well.
Big Al, you heard there's
good.
7,500
Different types of apples.
different apples.
I learned something new today.
I know.
Now, Big Al, we appreciate you jumping in on the show on Thursday, and you always give us solid picks, and we want to know what you're looking at. What are you looking at tonight? Are you looking at Saturday or Sunday? What's happening with you?
I mean, I can do it all. Let's maybe first look at it. I mean, let's look at a game tonight. Everyone wants instant gratification. They don't want to wait till Saturday. So, let's look at the big game, the Tampa Bay Atlanta game. This is going to be Atlanta's 3rd straight home game, and perhaps the 3rd time's going to be a charm because they didn't cover against the Kansas City Chiefs. They got screwed with the pass interference call in the end zone. They didn't cover last week as a 2.5-point favorite on the closing line against New Orleans. So they've gone 0-2 ATS, their first 2 home games in this 3-game homestand. But teams playing their 3rd straight home game that are off back-to-back ATS losses, they've done really well in that 3rd game. They've gone 65, 42, and 3 ATS. The other thing I like about this game is Tampa Bay had an emotional win last week. It was a playoff rematch against the Philadelphia Eagles. They blew out the Eagles 33-16, but road underdogs or pick'em teams that are off 14-point or greater upset wins, they've gone 111 and 166 ATS. So I'm going to lay the points with the Falcons over Tampa here.
Oh, okay. The Falcons. I like it. And how have you, I want to get your social media out now just because I some people in the chat want to know what's the best way to find you? It's at bigal.com.
Yeah. Maybe I can even say how well I've been doing this year.
Yes, I want you to do that. Yes, do that.
Yeah. So, I'm on a 16-1 run in college football.
What?
And 28-8. Yeah. Now, if you could tell me what the loser was, you get the gold star. But
Alabama, Georgia.
No, it was Oklahoma against Tennessee.
Ah, okay. All right, but listen, let's accentuate the positive. 16-1.
That's crazy great. That's amazing.
Then 28-8, the last NFL and college combined. Currently ranked number 1 in the country in NFL and college football over at Sports Watch Monitor and Return on Risk. So having a really nice year. If folks want to find me, same place I've always been for the last 3 decades, over at bigal.com. You can also email me at bigal@bigal.com.
He's given out his email address. So where do you watch Sunday games? What's your routine on Sunday mornings? I know you get up very early to look at any changes and everything. So give me your typical Sunday.
My typical Sunday is I'm putting in all the data in my database from Saturday's college football. So that's my typical work day on Sunday is I'm entering the data and I'm handicapping college football for the following week.
So you're more into college football than pros?
No. But I mean, it's like I do my work, so it's very busy. So I don't. I mean, handicapping is a very time intensive thing. So it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
All right, I want to talk about our hometown Steelers and what you've seen so far. Well, we're 3-1. We got Dallas coming up on Sunday night. They could have won that Colts game, but how do you feel about Justin Fields as a fan? And then what numbers do you look at?
I'm not a Steeler fan, so you're speaking to the wrong guy.
I thought you were a Steeler. How can you not be a Steeler fan?
I'm a Steeler fan.
I know you're a Spurs fan, but they play basketball. I'm talking football.
I'm a Michigan fan. I went to University of Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not a homer.
That's my problem.
That blowout Michigan loss earlier, that was so surprising.
To Texas, yeah.
That was crazy.
Well, I don't think it was surprising.
Oh, really? Well, all right.
No, because I think Texas is a really good team.
There's that.
But we could talk about the Michigan-Washington game, which is Saturday.
Okay, sure.
So Michigan's bounced back off that loss to Texas, and they've now won 3 in a row. Washington, of course, lost at Rutgers last week.
That's right.
But this is a horrible game for Michigan. It's their first true road game. They had a really favorable schedule to start the year. All 4 games were at home. And then when you take a look at how defending national champions have done away from home off back-to-back wins when they're not favored by 7 points, they've gone 16-37 ATS, including 0-6 ATS versus an opponent off a straight-up loss. This sets up horribly for the Wolverines. First road game of the year after, playing the first 4 at home. I'm going to take Washington.
I'm that guy who goes, well, now it's time to change. 0-36, now we're going to,
Yeah, I'm the same way, Bill. And I know B-Town Dummy, who's a big UW fan, he probably likes to hear that. Ryan, do you have something for Big Al?
Yeah, so just an NFL question for you. Probably one of the biggest games of the weekend is Bills-Texans. It opened Bills -1 and has moved to a pick'em here at the South Point. Do you have anything on that one?
This is a hard game for me because I really don't want to go against either of these teams. Buffalo comes into this game off that 35-10 loss to Baltimore. So for me, that's kind of a bounce back situation. Conversely, Houston enters this game off 4 ATS losses. So I think both are in situations where I actually want to play on them. So I'm not going to go against either of these teams. So I think the better course of action here, if you have to play this game, would be to look at the total. And the Texans do come into this game off 3 straight unders. And I actually like the game over the total. Houston's gone 21-8 with 2 pushes over the total following 3 straight unders. So if I had to play the game, I'm going to take the over.
They're at his fingertips.
This is what he does.
The numbers, the things he says.
Do you have a question?
Right there.
Do you have a question for Big Al, or do you want to ask him anything about life or about sports?
No, like how many affairs can you have? No. I can't.
Question.
I can't think of a great. It's amazing. I just think it's amazing, Al, that you just have these numbers.
This is his gig.
You must have. You must have an idiot savant in front of you, right?
No, it's a computer. Look, he's showing us.
I've got, if I can find, my database was featured in ESPN magazine.
Oh, I thought you were like, this is. Yeah.
No, I've got the best database in the world for sports handicapping. So and it's what I do. I've been doing it.
But you also have a good router. Ryan asked that stupid question about the Bills game, and you were right there.
He's right there, man.
Yeah.
Ask me about another game. Maybe I'll fail.
Well, let's ask him about your hometown Chicago Bears. Let's talk the Bears.
Should I tease the Bears? Not tease. Should I adjust? Should I
alternate point spread?
Should I do an alternate point spread with the Bears up to -10.5 against the Panthers?
I love the Panthers in the game.
Oh! Yeah, I'm afraid this week.
So I would be as far away from the Bears as I could be in that game. So no, you should not.
Perhaps you and I would like to wager a little money on this then.
Wouldn't want to tangle with this man. He knows what he's talking about.
I'm just saying, sometimes your heart speaks correctly.
All right, so Big Al, we want to thank you. You gave us the Falcons tonight. And go, please.
Yeah, one talking about the Bears and Caleb Williams and their rookie quarterback situation. Are you buying into the hype with Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders?
Good question.
Just also to I'm not a player. Like I couldn't care less about the players.
Okay.
I'm a numbers guy.
Gotcha.
So, when I approach a game, I'm looking at things like points per differential, scoring margin, all that kind of stuff that'll bore you to death. So,
so for that one, with the Commanders scoring at the rate that they do, do you have anything kind of on their totals maybe, or just not really?
Well, now last week they bucked it. I don't have any. I haven't played any of their totals, but
okay.
Washington is the number one team in the league as far as over/under line differential. So, you really don't want to be playing those games. Eventually, those kind of teams come back down to earth.
Gotcha.
When you're going over at that rate. So I would just caution people on that.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Big Al, listen.
And like the flip is the same. Like if you noticed last week, you had 8 teams that had played their first 3 games under the total. Well, 6 of the 8 went over the total last week and reversed.
Wow.
The 2 that didn't were the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Wow.
But yeah, it's teams generally don't keep that kind of underperformance or overperformance up forever.
I love it. Big Al, I can't thank you enough for coming on here. We want to remind you to go to bigal.com, correct?
Yes, I wrote
BigAl.com. Bill wrote it down.
Yeah, I'm going.
As you heard, he is the hottest handicapper in the world right now, and it's documented.
I mean, there's 34 million handicappers. I'm sure someone is hotter.
Amazing.
Are there more handicappers or variety of apples? That's what I really want to know.
I don't know. But I did hear, this is crazy. I heard this about 3 years ago. Someone told me that there were, on Twitter, and I guess they had a way to figure it out, there were 37,000 handicappers on Twitter. Now, of course, 36,800 didn't make any money, but
right.
there were 37,000 handicappers on Twitter as of 3 years ago, which means now it's probably 10 times.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Well, Big Al, we appreciate you being on the show. We really do. You're always great and you're always informative. So remember, everybody, go to bigal.com. Big Al, thank you for joining us. Take care, and we'll talk soon, man. You're the best.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Thank you, Big Al. It's amazing.
And some of that stuff he just took out of his head.
Yeah, he does. You can take those off, by the way.
That's a good look for me.
All right, so listen, Bill.
I'm kidding. I got gorgeous ears.
We always end our show with something we call Post with Punchlines. Ryan puts together some very impressive and funny stuff. So let's do it. Yell sound the horn.
Sound the horn!
There we go.
It's post time, and it's time for some great stuff that Ryan finds on the internet. I occasionally said something that he's probably already sent me.
I'll tell you what I found was great was those orange cream pretzels that you guys have over in the corner.
I don't know. Sean? Are these Sean's? Sean is the big guy, the snack guy.
What? Where'd he come from? What is this?
He does that
weird place. People just popping out of nowhere.
That's how it works here. We have a couple more that'll just spring out of nowhere sometimes. All right, Ryan, what are we starting off with?
Well, we are going to start in baseball. We are going to start in San Diego. Kyle Higashioka hit another home run after hitting one in Game 1 last night.
Japanese fella, I'm guessing.
Yes, you are correct.
He was gifted a guitar from the lead guitarist of Blink-182.
Tom DeLonge is his name, right? Tom DeLonge? Okay, so yeah.
Also a Japanese fella.
So DeLonge ball earns DeLonge's guitar.
Oh, come on.
Nice.
Is that the graphic? Here it is. DeLonge ball earns DeLonge's guitar. We pride ourselves on coming up with funny titles.
On a great pun. That's what that is.
Solid one by Ryan.
It's a great pun.
And
there's 38,000 puns in the world.
But only 200 of them are funny. By the way, so they played all the small things at the stadium yesterday during the game, and Tom DeLonge was there, right? And they showed him on the scoreboard, and the crowd went nuts. That reminds me of the Giants clip. I'm not a Giants fan, but when Steve Perry was there and they played Don't Stop Believin', and they show Steve Perry, you can find the clip on YouTube after the show, him starting to sing along with the crowd, just making everyone go nuts, and the Giants win the World Series.
Oh. What year was that?
It was about 10, 12, or 14.
Yeah.
They won 3
Boy, they were on
years.
a run, weren't they?
3 out of how many years is that? 6? Yeah, there you go.
That's when you get angry at a team. You might like them a little bit, even though it's not your team, and then you go, all right, I'm tired of these guys.
It's like the Chiefs. We're done with you. Stop it.
Yeah, we're so done with the Chiefs.
Done with the Chiefs. All right, Ryan, what do you have next?
Well, now we go to a team that got eliminated last night. But before them getting eliminated, I don't know how to describe it. But Domino's, the sugar.
Oh, yeah. Domino's Sugar Company.
Yeah. They decided to they have the fluorescent light in Baltimore. They decided that they were going to dim the lights to say O's.
See, it said O's instead of Domino Sugar. They wanted to support the local team, the Orioles.
Right.
Look what they did with the sign there. It looks like it's on fire. I don't know if that's the sugar being cooked.
Yeah.
I would check that, but that is a pretty sweet sign. I'm only one cloud. No, too late. Too late. The Orioles were a shocker. I kind of said early in the year I thought they were the World Series team, but you can't, this Detroit team comes in and they scored one couple runs.
I think you gotta look hard.
What's that?
That's not who Baltimore played.
They played the Royals. I know. I want to make sure everyone's paying attention at home after a big house.
You got to look hard at the Royals and the Tigers because they're just hot. They're just,
because they had to stay hot the whole time. We talk about, now we've also talked about the Phillies. You got the Phillies and Dodgers and Guardians and Yankees sitting around.
Guardians.
Yeah, it's the Guardians.
You should just go back to the Spiders.
Yeah, they were the Cleveland Spiders.
I know. I thought they were going to go back to the Spiders.
Much better name than this Guardians.
And a much better logo, I'm sure.
Would have sold so much
Guardians. Because this thing on a bridge.
A bridge.
Thing, hey, there's a thing way up high on a bridge.
The Guardians.
Yeah.
So stupid. But, I mean, they look, the Royals and Tigers look good. All right. We have by the way, Al's freeze. That's a freeze frame. It's not
I
him.
need some powder. What the hell? What? Man, these lights. Could somebody put a gel on one of these lights? Holy crap! Look at my forehead.
Yeah, mine's
my
shiny.
Gorgeous forehead. It's like it's ready to sprout antlers. Look at that.
All right, Ryan, what's up?
I'm going to start
next.
Velveting.
We were just talking about the Orioles, but the Orioles ain't royal. So that's the name of this post that's coming up. The Orioles, when the series started, 8 a.m., October 1st, tweeted, "The show is about to begin with an Oriole sitting on a throne," and the words on the graphic, "Seats taken."
This is so violent.
Yesterday, when the Royals eliminated the Orioles, the Royals tweeted, "You can come for the crown. You come for the crown, you best not miss." Yeah. And then they have Bobby Witt Jr. sitting on the throne and some Oriole feathers.
He's crushed a bird during National Apple Month. This seems wrong.
And they crossed out "seats taken" and said "series."
I thought they were going to turn
taken.
the throne into a toilet, like a throne. I don't know, but I don't. Yeah.
So the Royals are going to play the Yankees, which,
Really?
by the way, when I first started watching baseball, it was the Royals-Yankees in the late 70s, always going at each other.
George Brett starting a brawl.
Of course, yeah, George Brett. So what would they sit on if they defeat the Yankees? What would they sit on? It'd be
The Yankees?
A Yankee would be a picture
Some sort of a Northern America type throne?
Yeah.
Some sort of a East Coast sort of throne?
We'll have to sit back and wait because that series starts on Saturday, I believe, right? That's going to be good. I think they're starting on Saturday.
Yankees who?
New York Yankees Royals. Kansas City Royals, a rematch.
All right.
All right.
I'll take the Royals in that, baby.
I'll be rooting for the Royals. I will too. Small market. Give me the small markets. What do you got next, Ryan?
Well, we were talking about the Orioles, and they are a team that sometimes wears orange. Now we're going to go to football and college football. The Denver Broncos are wearing their 1977 throwback uniforms this weekend.
Crush.
And Boise State is also wearing their orange uniforms. So both Broncos, both wearing orange. And I was going to do a knock-knock bit here, but orange, you glad I didn't say Bronco?
Orange, you glad I didn't say Bronco?
Yeah.
I like it. When I was a kid, they played the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl in like 77, and I loved those uniforms, the Orange Crush defense. Now, did they coordinate this with the Broncos of Boise State? They had to have.
I don't think. No, Boise State ended up doing it after the Broncos announced. So the Broncos followed the Broncos.
I see.
How is that blue field at Boise State still a thing?
The Smurf turf.
Because it's awesome.
And birds are still flying into it, right? Thinking it's water?
I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, have you heard that?
Oh, yeah. That was the thing that birds thought it was a lake and they died.
They dove into it and died.
Right. And then Bobby Wood Jr. would sit on them.
They're delicate bird bones.
They just wanted
They're
an
hollow,
apple.
those bird bones. That's why they can fly.
And are you getting a feeling maybe a Bronco bet? I saw you get excited about something.
Well, you just said double orange, and so now I'm like, now I'm actually worried.
Play that parlay.
I'm worried for UNLV playing
the
Syracuse Orange.
Here Friday night at Allegiant, right down the street.
Oh.
Yes.
However, I will say that when the Bears wear their orange jerseys, not a good record.
No. They're not good in the orange?
No, they're not good in the orange.
Okay.
I heard that somewhere else. on another sports talk show, and I apologize for listening.
There's more. There's 38,000 of those too, and only 200 of them are good. And I like to think we are one of them. Broncos. What was I going to say about Denver? And you had a premonition. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know.
The Broncos are playing the
all right,
Raiders
but the Orangemen. All right. I do like the orange uniforms, though.
I also like that everybody's fit here on this show. Normally, you watch some sort of a sports podcast.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of fatties. You know? It's a bunch of fat guys who obviously have disregarded their razors.
Right. No, and we stay clean shaven here.
And they wear, no matter what the sport is, they're wearing a baseball cap.
Yeah.
No matter what they're talking about, there's never a fedora or a pork pie. It's a baseball cap, the most popular hat of all time.
That's true.
You win the Super Bowl, they give you a baseball cap. Why?
That is true.
Yes. Can I have something sportier, please?
Maybe a toque, like maybe.
Also, you won't believe how big my head is. When I warmed up BattleBots, I would play a game called Is Your Head Bigger Than Mine? And I would try on people's hats, and rarely did anyone win.
Bigger the head, the bigger the fame, Bill.
Yeah, we'd have 800 people, maybe 3 people.
All right, we got a couple left.
Yeah, we're going to go to a stat looking at explosive offenses in the NFL. So most big plays through 4 weeks of the NFL season. The Green Bay Packers have 38 big plays.
I was going to say those dicks, the Green Bay Packers.
Who suck, yeah.
He has to say suck when he says Green Bay.
So the Packers have 38 total big plays. A big play qualifies as a rush for over 10 yards or a reception for over 20. So the Packers have over 21 rushes of over 10 yards. The Baltimore Ravens lead the league at 25 rush attempts over 10 yards. And then the worst team in the National Football League is the Chicago Bears at big plays. They have 6 carries for over 10 yards and 6 receptions for over 20 yards. So a combined total of 12 big plays, the worst in the NFL.
And I was pleasantly surprised to see the Steelers on the left half there, about halfway down with 26 plays. So I guess, they've done a lot of
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, he's probably responsible for all those around. Well, no, Cordell Patterson, and I don't think Najee's gotten a long one yet, but
wait, the Steelers have Cordero Patterson also?
We have him. Former Bear. He's been on. By the way, the Steelers are his 9th team, they said. I knew he had played a lot.
And that guy's good, right?
He outran Najee Harris last week before he got hurt. I don't know if he's doubtful. I don't know. Do you know what his status is this week, Sean? He's a Steeler fan.
He's got to check that attitude, that Cordell Patterson. That's what he's got to do.
Well, not Sean.
Him too. Hiding back there, sneering.
He's still questionable. Didn't practice yesterday.
Oh, okay. Questionable.
Questionable, yeah.
Well, because Jaylen Warren, I think, is maybe out too.
Do you ever hear questionable and you think the guy's like in the locker room like, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if I can do this.
I don't know.
Jaylen Warren is also questionable.
All right. We're over time, but we're having a blast. So what do you got left?
Warren and Patterson are both questionable.
Okay, so, they're questionable.
Yes.
They're fraught with anxiety right now.
You guys. I'm thinking it, but I just...
I've never heard Ann laugh this hard. This is good. You're killing it.
That's good.
Oh, that's good?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
All right.
Bill Dwyer, listen, when can we see, how do we see this BattleBots?
Well, you can buy, you go to battlebots.com to buy tickets.
Okay.
And then it'll have the schedule up. This weekend, very special, BattleBots face-offs. 4 teams from around the country are coming in to face off with a chance, with the hopes of getting invited to the BattleBots World Championship. It's going to be a round-robin tournament. They're going to be fighting each other once, and we did it last weekend, and it was so much fun.
Are one of the teams all jockeys?
Oh, I wish. Because they're so strong. They have these tiny, strong hands.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you watching. My thanks to Big Al. My thanks to Sean, who's way over in the corner, and Vince and Ryan. We'll be back tomorrow, Friday. Oh, my God. Tomorrow's Friday. We have Jeff Parles that will be on our show. And Ryan, what do you have today later on?
Jeff Parles and I will be on @SportsByTheBook, separate YouTube channel for Football Frenzy, talking about tonight's Thursday night football game. We may get a visit from Vinny Maliulo.
I will be tuning in. And also, do we have that picture I wanted to throw up to close the show? 8 years ago, my dad passed away.
Oh.
So, anyway, we'll see you tomorrow.